So we got another heat wave coming this way. It is going to be 96 degrees on Wednesday and 94 on Thursday. So that'd be perfect weather for me to try out the 12,400 BTU GE air conditioner. I'm going to put this in the living room and it's pretty much ready to go. All it needs is, I just need to cut this board, make some pieces out of it for the side of that unit because that doesn't have any side panels. So I'm going to do that, and probably actually going to record the installation process because I usually don't do that. I usually just show it after it's been installed, but it'd be nice to actually show the process. What I'm going to do is take the air conditioner out of the sleeve, because this is a slide out unit, and I'm going to install the sleeve in the window and then push the air conditioner in, because that's a lot easier to do it that way than installing the whole thing when it's fully assembled, because this is a really heavy, big air conditioner. I'm going to go ahead and take this air conditioner out of its sleeve and get it ready for installation. So obviously we need to take the front cover off, and there's a screw holding it on, and then there's a couple screws on the side that have to come out. Got it out of the sleeve, so now it'll be much easier to install because we can put that in the window first. And if you haven't seen inside this one yet, there you go. It's got a Samsung compressor because these are actually made by Samsung. And the coil's nice and clean. It's all ready to go. Alright, first things first, we gotta get the Kenmore out of the window. And that is one heavy air conditioner. So I'm gonna get stuff moved out of the way and take that one out. Alright, let's start taking this one out. I'm going to tilt it out the window and let some water drain out of it. Alright, time to put the sleeve in. I think that's pretty well centered, so I'm going to go get the air conditioner out of the basement now and put it in there after I screw some stuff in. gotta figure out something to temporarily put on the sides, and then I'll cut the boards later. Alright, let's give it a test run. There's low fan. Compressor's running. So there's my temporary ghetto side panels. It'll work until I get the boards cut. It's been running for quite a while now and blowing nice cold air. Plug is getting a little warm, but it's not hot enough to make me worry. So, yeah, it's working just fine. I'm going to install the Windmill air conditioner in the kitchen now. It's a lot warmer out, very, very humid, and the sun is out now, so it's going to warm up pretty quickly. But yeah, this one is going in the kitchen, so I want to test it out more. It is really hot out now, and this air conditioner is dripping water constantly. It's definitely humid. And I think this air conditioner is probably going to last a pretty long time because of the fact that I put a drain hole in it right away when I got it. Just installed the Windmill air conditioner in the kitchen, and I took out the Black & Decker just because I wanted to try this air conditioner out. The Black & Decker worked just fine. It'll be interesting to see how this one works since it blows air out the top. So let's start it up. This is a 6000 BTU if you haven't seen the videos of this one yet. It's got a GMCC compressor just like that Black & Decker air conditioner. Let's turn the fan on medium. And let it run for a while. I drilled a drain hole in this one too, just because I didn't want the bottom getting rusty. There's the drain hole right there. So I think this GE unit might be a little oversized for this room. It's cycling a bit too much, and it gets kind of humid in here. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try again tomorrow. I'm gonna let it run probably all night, and then run it tomorrow again and see how it does. But if I decide to leave it in, I am going to cut a piece of wood for the sides, because obviously that looks ridiculous, but it seems to work fine though. It's blowing nice cold air, and this thing has really powerful airflow. And here's this one, compressor's under load now. Probably not dripping any condensation yet, but I will show that in a little while. So with this unit set to 67, it's actually working quite nicely now. It's not short cycling anymore, and it's dropping the humidity quite a bit, so that's good. It's working nicely. Still got the Emerson Quiet Cool in the window over there. That's running right now as well. Got the windmill air conditioner running on high speed. Seems to be working alright. I'm gonna go outside and see if it's dripping any condensation. Sure is. The air coming out of that is really hot. I'm going to shut this one off for the night. I'm going to leave the 12,400 BTU GE running in the living room, and I'm going to start up the GM Frigidaire now as well. It is now the next morning. It's 8:04 right now, and it's already 80 degrees outside. Very humid as well. There is a chance of thunderstorms later today, so maybe we'll finally get some interesting thunderstorm video, but I don't know, I'm not going to get my hopes up, since every time they say we're going to get thunderstorms lately, it ends up going north or south of us. This has been running all night. The compressor just cycled off. Seems to be working fine. Here's the current temperature in the room with the GE air conditioner. Probably going to start going up because I just picked this thing up, but it's keeping it at about 68 in here. The switch repair that I did on this fetters is still holding up nicely. Oops, that's not good. There it goes. Yeah, there's another air conditioner running on this circuit, and that makes it kind of hard for this one to start sometimes. This thing does have a new capacitor in it, so it's possible it might need a hard start kit, but I'm not sure. This compressor, like I said, it has trouble starting when the voltage is low. Must draw a lot of power on startup. I really want to use the GE slumber line again somewhere, so that might be going back in here eventually, but I'm not sure. I like the way this windmill air conditioner cools this room with the air blowing up. It kind of cools just like the Sharp 6500 BTU did, because that one blows air upward. Of course, this one is not as powerful as the Sharp, but it still works pretty well. I'm going to actually turn it on medium right now. Turn the temperature down a little bit. Pretty warm and humid out right now. It's about 90 outside, very, very humid. This one has been cycling on and off. It's doing a pretty good job. I think it is a little bit oversized for this room, but it definitely works very well. I'm going to try running it on medium. See if that changes anything. It'll be interesting to see how this one compares to the 12,400 when I install this in the living room. It's either going to be this one next or the 8100 next. Either way, they're both going to get used in the living room. Just cut a couple boards with that circular saw, so now I'm going to go and put these on the sides of the GE air conditioner. There we go, that looks much better than having a couple of shirts stuffed in the side of the unit. It's not perfect, as you can see there's a gap right there. So I'm going to have to fill that in with something, but it's a lot better than, like I said, a lot better than having shirts stuffed in there.